Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tom Sanderson. I am an economist by background, worked in Whitehall for a number of years, and then went to live in Uganda as a community development worker for 5 years. We had a lady called Joy working with us, and one day she took away a tin can in her bag. And I said to her, Joy, what are you going to do with the tin can, stealing it out of our dustbin? She said, I'm going to go home and use it as a baking tin to make cupcakes, because in my spare time, that's my little business. And it gives me an extra supplementary income so that I can better look after my kids. And that got me thinking, in my development work as well, I've noticed that people are very enterprising and entrepreneurial, and many people are doing little businesses to look after their families. 5 Talents, we're a microfinance charity. Our strapline is to fight poverty, create jobs and transform lives. And we do that by giving business training, basic business training to people, offering them places to save money safely, and then offering them the ability to borrow small amounts of money. We're working in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi and Sudan, in grassroots projects in rural places where people need these kinds of services. Tonight we're hoping to raise at least £5,000, ideally £8,000 for our work in Embu. And a little bit of background, we're already working in Thika, which is the neighbouring district to Embu, where we have set up 33 village groups with about 3,000 members, so there's about 80 people in a group, and those groups are savings groups, and people have brought £1 a month on average. And what we've noticed is poor people at harvest time and other times of the year, they do have money in their pocket and they need a safe place to save it. So they save in a group. When the group accumulates enough money, then members of the group can apply to borrow that money back for their little business. The people in Embu have observed and heard about what's going on in Thika and have asked us to help them launch it in Embu. So what your money would buy would be the workers. So the 2 right-hand ladies in this picture are Lillian and Grace, who are currently the workers from the Thika program. And they have been visiting Embu to do a feasibility and initiate the work. But we would love to recruit 2 local people from Embu town who speak the language, know the dialect, know the people in the community, to work in the first year, next year, with 12 new groups, each group about 30 people, so it's 360 people in the first year, to help them in the processes of how best to save money and borrow money and some business training. What's special about this method is it's sort of microfinance with a difference. It's the community's own money, which I think is just fantastic. The way it works is they elect from their own membership committee members, and you see there's a good mix of men and women, and at their monthly meeting people come with their pound equivalent or a flexible amount, as much as they can or as little, and they put it on the table in front of everyone to see. The book gets signed, their own book gets signed, they get a receipt and so on. So during the first 6 months it's a savings club. That money gets taken by group members back to a bank in the town that might be 30-40 kilometres away and kept safely. But after about 6 months the fund has accumulated to about £180–200, and members of the group can apply to the group to use the money for their different businesses. And they borrow the money on a short-term basis for about 6 months. They do pay it back with interest, and what's amazing is for the first time people who are saving in a sense are earning interest on their savings, which in itself is encouraging more people to save with the groups. And what's happened in Thika is these groups have grown and grown and grown. So it's really tapping a need. And the impact, I just want to show you another example. This is, if you've ordered Christmas presents on Amazon, it might come with a strapping around it, and there's one lady in Thika who's collecting those strappings and weaving them into these shopping baskets. But other people, like this gentleman Ephraim, He's looking after his elderly parents. He has his own wife, his own 2 kids, and he's looking after his younger brother. And he first started running a second-hand clothes stall, but he changed tack and is now running a brand new clothes stall. So he goes to Nairobi, buys new clothes at wholesale price, travels all the way back to his village, sells them at retail, makes a margin, pays back his loan. He's a happy member of the group, able to support his family and his dependents. So your investment would really help us to launch this work in Embu. Any surplus would work with us in northern Uganda, and on the table outside we actually have got some interesting Christmas cards that are made from different materials if you're interested. So thank you very much.
Thank you.